it is not an easy journey postpartum with body image. For me, most things are like okay. Body image is the worst thing for me. Hey, number one thing to look out for, Richie, is the baby. Hey, baby's right there. Okay. We are dressed, ready for the day, doing a puzzle, hanging out with baby brother Rob, and hanging out with the other babies, of course. Say hi, James.
Okay.
Now say hi, everyone. But yeah, we are just starting the Sunday. So I did want to talk a little later today about how I'm going to start exercising. I think tomorrow I'm going to get back into running. It'll be not anything like the running that I usually do, but it'll be like, 1 to 2 miles a minimum. And if it's warm, I'll bring the kids out and we'll just see, start to build up our stamina again. That's going to be a whole series about how I'm getting my body back postpartum, and exercises that I'm doing, because I'm actually going to incorporate some that I haven't in the past to try to really get better. What are you doing in here, James?
Always like paper in directions.
We'll go outside in a minute.
Me watch Halloween do Google.
You're watching Halloween Blues Clues? Okay, I'm gonna freshen up, put a little makeup on, then we're gonna go outside, start the day. We actually went to Home Depot and Starbucks already this morning. We were up at like 6:30. That's usually typically the kids wake up between 6 and 7. So we got some lights in the kitchen because all of our lights had burned out. We have like these halogen light bulbs. But yeah, I just went and I didn't get ready or anything. So now it's time to get ready and get going with the day. Let's get going. Happy Easter. We had our Easter festivities yesterday. Now we're just cleaning some things up because the whole house is a mess from it. And we have lights now that work. It's so much brighter in here. We're watching some Dan the Monster Truck, the kids' favorite YouTube monster truck. We're about to go outside though. It's really, really nice outside. We are outside doing some cleaning of the yard because it is so beautiful out today. We have a mess. We do have a mess. This whole flower garden needs to be remulched, and we need to find where all the flowers are, because we had a pretty warm winter, but we did lose some things, and it was like a very weird heavy rain, heavy snow like winter, but then it would melt. So we're going through that right now. And then we have the kids over here getting their sandbox out for the first time this year, playing with all their construction toys that they love. Yeah, but we're just gonna do some cleaning outside. The kids were helping us earlier, but now obviously they get a little sick of it. The baby's eating, Eric's feeding him, and then we're gonna get more work done out here. Hello, right now it is 1:30. I have been up here folding clothes because I got behind on laundry, which I promised myself I wouldn't do, but it happens. It happens postpartum. It happens with kids. So I'm trying to get my lighting better. Here we go. So I am here trying to get ready to film a video. I want to do like postpartum, how to dress your body for warmer weather. That's always harder, I think, because it's easy to just throw on leggings or sweats. It's a little harder to like look cute for summer and spring activities. So I'm trying to get ready for that. This is like a very personal thing too that I've just been thinking about. And it's because I've seen so many influencers get this. Botox on your forehead when you're like not even 30. Do those forehead wrinkles matter? I don't know. Comment below if you care about them. I have wrinkles on my forehead. I have since I was a kid. Is that something that I should care about? I mean, personally, I'm not going to. I just don't have time to think about that. And anything that takes like actual having to schedule appointments, go in and get it done and like fixed up every few months, I'm not going to do. Like, I just know who I am. That's why my hair is my natural color. I didn't have patience to dye it. That's why my hair is long. I don't have the patience to cut it. So I would never do Botox at this age. I'm just a person who, I don't want to do like maintenance. I'm not about maintenance. I have enough trouble cleaning my house, keeping my job together, keeping my kids together. I can't like do maintenance on myself. That's, I view as unnecessary. If you do Botox, whatever, you do you, because if you have time to do it and it's important to you, I don't care. It's not my life. I really don't care. But I just don't have the patience to do it, and the time to do it. But if you do, go to you. I just was wondering though, do people really care about the forehead wrinkles? Because I've never cared that much, but now I've noticed a lot of people talk about it. Hello, it is Monday now, and we are back from our run. Got the kids fed. I'm trying to get to some work. It's Easter Monday, so some people are working, some people aren't, so we'll see what's up. I don't have any meetings really today until the end of the day. Baby is in here with me, trying to get him to sleep, but those babies and their digestive systems, as soon as they eat, they gotta poop, and it has been a poop-filled morning, that's for sure. Actually cutting some time off my run already. I'm running about 10-minute miles for 5 miles, which isn't that bad for the stroller runs. Like, typically, if I'm running on my own, I want it to be 8 minutes or below. Like, that's always a goal of mine. If I'm running long distance. For short distance, 7 minutes or below is always what I want. I mean, I feel like I'm looking pretty good. Obviously, the loose skin and stuff you can't get rid of, but there is some mental things that go on postpartum that, for people like me, who I guess I've had issues with like body image in my life. Becoming a mom made me definitely have a lot less of that. But it's like I work so hard to run, try to eat okay throughout pregnancy. I'm not gonna say I ate great. It's just like I look at myself and I'm like, man, like some days I feel like I look really good. Then I'll look at like videos I made. Like yesterday I made this whole one about how to dress postpartum. I look good in it, but like I'm always like, man, I could look better. I could look better. And I know that's just a mental state I gotta get past. Everyone has it postpartum. It's just, you know, something I'm gonna deal with. And it only takes a couple of months and things start to be normal again. I mean, I should be grateful. I actually tried on a few of my jean shorts like that I usually wear. In a couple of weeks, they should fit like okay. Right now they button, but they aren't like the most comfortable things. So I shouldn't feel too bad, but you know, those are the mental things you go through postpartum that I just wish we didn't, but that's the world we live in, and I have this vision of myself of what I'm supposed to look like. I look at pictures and, you know, it's not far off, but it's just like, it's not me. It's not me. I want to be where I was, and it takes time to do it correctly and do it well. So I know that, but I just want to be open and honest about that. It is not an easy journey postpartum with body image. For me, most things are like okay. Body image is the worst thing for me, which you know, I don't know if everyone's like that. I'm assuming everyone has their different struggles, but the body image part is huge for me. It's Monday morning and we have a great week ahead of us. We are going to Chicago this week to see a Cubs game on Thursday for Richie's 2nd birthday. I think it's gonna be really, really fun. It's gonna be a short trip though because his birthday is on, well, his birthday party is on Saturday with my family, so we have to get back, but it's okay. It'll be long enough to like be there, meet a couple people, go to the games, and it'll be a nice little break from our everyday. I say hi, Grandpa.
Hi, Grandpa. Hi, Grandpa. Oh!
What'd you say? Throw it back out?
No.
Can you say go Cubs go?
Hello.
James, can you do the brush? You gotta do those spin brush.
And it's this brush too. Let's do this brush.
No, this one.
Okay.
This one.
It is the day after Richie's birthday party. He turned 2 yesterday. I'm looking like a wreck, probably because it was quite the crazy birthday party. Just family, but our kids are crazy. That's really what it comes down to. But it was a monster truck theme, just like James's birthday. They both are still in the monster trucks. In fact, here's their favorite toys. Guys, what did you get for your birthday? Richie, what'd you get?
Yes.
The car wash?
Yeah.
What's that, James?
It's a blue marker duck car wash.
Yeah, and then what are you playing with?
This.
I think it's like a launch pad. It's a Toro Loco something. I gotta look at the box to see the title. But it's cool, isn't it? Yeah, 0's a number, but it's like nothing. But that's where numbers technically start, is 0, 1, 2, 3. But we always start at 1 because it just makes it easier. So we had a week full of activities. We went to the Cubs games on Thursday and Friday. So great game. Friday was a great game. Thursday, the rain delay caused some issues for us, but that's okay. We do want to do a little wrap up of how that all went, because I've had a couple people ask me how we do Cubs games with kids, because it's, you know, a difficult thing. And whenever we're there, we always get people who are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing that. Like, It's crazy that you bring your kids, and it's a little crazy because the games were definitely a little bit less chaotic without the kids, but I know they like going and they love the Cubs. So I'll bring some tips and tricks in that. We'll talk about that when I do some laundry today, because I have probably, I'm not gonna exaggerate, I probably have 7 loads of laundry to fold because I haven't folded clothes since last Sunday. I'll insert some pictures of Richie's birthday party too, because it was pretty cool. I did a nice little balloon arch. My parents have arches in their house, so I just did balloons over that. It turned out pretty well, but it was so lame because I forgot to get pictures of us there. I just took pictures of the cake and like the setup, but whatever. That's like not my forte. I'm not great at like in the moment taking pictures. I'll get videos of things, but I'm just really bad at taking pictures, and also family pictures are just like, they fly out of my head. I did get one with me and the boys, but Eric was at the bar with one of my brothers. So like in the restaurant that we ate at, there was like a bar area. So he was not in the picture, but we can just insert his head in the back and it'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. Yeah, but let's get going on with the day. I gotta do some cleaning of our pantry because I've just gotten a lot of items that I need to organize. And then the kids are gonna play in here. This car wash though, tip on any water toy that you let kids play with inside, pick a floor that needs to be cleaned a lot, because my floors are very clean now after last night with them playing in this.
Uh-oh, Mama.
Uh-oh, you need me to fix it? And James, how old are you? How old? Can you count it? 1, 2, 3.
3.
How old's Richie?
2.
Yeah, how old's Robbie?
2, 3.
Robbie's 0 technically, he's 1 month.
0.
Pirate's Curse, how are you flying?
Me got this. I got the bicycle.
Pirate's Curse can fly? Wait, what's your name?
Back.
I'm Megalodon, nice to meet you.
Me back. Me got the day.
I know, where's my cape?
No, you go on the water.
Oh, so I don't get a cape because I go underwater?
Yeah.
What about me? I wasn't lying when I said I had endless laundry to fold. I told you we were doing a real Sunday vlog. We are doing a real Sunday vlog. I'm trying to get everything ready for the week because we have a busy week. As always, what week's not busy? But I did want to sit down and talk just a little bit while I fold the laundry here about the Cubs game and what we basically did to bring the kids to a baseball game. Because I have had so many people to ask me, like, how do you bring kids to a baseball game, especially like at a major stadium like, you know, Wrigley. Wrigley is huge and there's lots of people there. My first tip would be to sit in an area that you're comfortable with. So for us, that is the bleachers of Wrigley. They have like their own space for the bleachers. So you basically are closed off from all the other seating. One nice thing is last year we went a lot and people started to get to know us. So people went to the games a lot, workers that were there since they worked every game, and they liked their kids. So when I was running around with the kids while Eric watched the game, they would help me out and basically just, you know, help keep an eye on the children, which was very nice. I mean, if you are a Cubs fan, you know this. They say you're in friendly confines. So friendly is definitely a way to describe Cubs fans. I would say that I have never felt so welcomed in a public like event as I am at a Cubs game. So like with the kids and they're sitting at the bleachers, you know, they might get a little wild, but everyone around's like into it, because everyone's a little wild at a baseball game, especially in the bleacher area. Things can get a little crazy, but it's like fun because you get to see all the different things, you get to people watch. Our kids actually love watching all the people, which is a good and a bad thing, because there's a lot of like young drunk people that I think are kind of funny, but definitely a little crazy for the children. But nothing ever gets too insane at Wrigley, you know. So that's one cool thing that I find. You know, I'm actually going to switch into the shirt because this is a little warm. There we go, much better. This is my Sunday comfy clothes, you know? You gotta be comfortable on a Sunday. Representing Syracuse, you know, my alma mater, however you say it. Yeah, so Wrigley is great because the fans are very friendly and they want to help you out. There's a lot of families there too, especially this time around. Our day game was on a Friday, and Friday day games always have a lot of family members, like just people bringing their kids. So that was nice because we had a lot of moms, a lot of dads who were willing to like take pictures for us and also help. Like at one point I had to feed the baby. I didn't feel uncomfortable just feeding the baby at the bleachers because we were around families for the most part. And then Eric was gone. He had to bring James to the bathroom. And I was like, okay, how am I going to wrap this baby back on me when I have Richie here that I'm watching? But then I also have to wrap a baby and like put my sling back on. The mom behind us, she like saw and was like, oh, I can help you. And then she held the baby. I got my wrap on and then I put him on, which was very nice. Whew. I told you we were doing a real Sunday vlog. We are doing a real Sunday vlog. Eric's downstairs trying to get the kids to sleep. And I am up here folding that huge load of laundry. And I shouldn't just say load because it is loads of laundry. I'm trying to get everything ready for the week because we have a busy week. As always, what week's not busy? But I did want to sit down and talk just a little bit while I fold the laundry here about the Cubs game and what we basically did to bring the kids to a baseball game. Because I have had so many people to ask me, like, how do you bring kids to a baseball game, especially like at a major stadium like, you know, Wrigley. Wrigley is huge and there's lots of people there. My first tip would be to sit in an area that you're comfortable with. So for us, that is the bleachers of Wrigley. They have like their own space for the bleachers. So you basically are closed off from all the other seating. One nice thing is last year we went a lot and people started to get to know us. So people went to the games a lot, workers that were there since they worked every game and they liked their kids. So when I was running around with the kids while Eric watched the game, they would help me out and basically just, you know, help keep an eye on the children, which was very nice and very, very just awesome. And the other thing about Wrigley, I mean, if you are a Cubs fan, you know this. They say you're in friendly confines. So friendly is definitely a way to describe Cubs fans. I would say that I have never felt so welcomed in a public like event as I am at a Cubs game. So like with the kids and they're sitting at the bleachers, you know, they might get a little wild, but everyone around's like into it because everyone's a little wild at a baseball game, especially in the bleacher area. Things can get a little crazy, but it's like fun because you get to see all the different things, get to people watch. Our kids actually love watching all the people, which is a good and a bad thing because there's a lot of like young drunk people that I think are kind of funny, but definitely a little crazy for the children. But nothing ever gets too insane at Wrigley, you know? So that's one cool thing that I find. You know, I'm actually going to switch into the shirt because this is a little warm. There we go, much better. This is my Sunday comfy clothes, you know? You got to be comfortable on a Sunday. Representing Syracuse, you know, my alma mater, however you say it. Yeah, so Wrigley is great because the fans are very friendly and they want to help you out. There's a lot of families there too, especially this time around. Our day game was on a Friday, and Friday day games always have a lot of family members, like just people bringing their kids. So that was nice because we had a lot of moms, a lot of dads who were willing to like take pictures for us and also help. Like at one point I had to feed the baby. I didn't feel uncomfortable just feeding the baby at the bleachers because we were around families for the most part. And then Eric was gone. He had to bring James to the bathroom. And I was like, okay, how am I going to wrap this baby back on me when I have Richie here that I'm watching? But then I also have to wrap a baby and like put my sling back on. The mom behind us, she like saw and was like, oh, I can help you. And then she held the baby. I got my wrap on and then I put him on, which was very nice. Very, very nice because you never know. You never know how those situations are going to go. But it went really well. I will have to say, if you watched the game on Thursday, the game that I went to, the night game, there was a rain delay. That rain delay kind of ruined that game for us because the kids were so good the first hour and a half we were there. As soon as the game started, it was 7:45, which their normal bedtime is between 8 and 8:30. They go up to like go to sleep. They started to get tired and they started to go a little ornery and crazy. And I was trying to run around with them, but they would just kept running away, which I get it. They're kids. They want to run around. They want to have some freedom. We also drove to Chicago that day, so they had a 3-hour drive that they were just in the car, which next time we are definitely staying the night if we're going to a night game so that they can get a good nap. They can run around. We can take them someplace. That's a huge tip. Make sure they get some energy up before they go because we let them have way too much energy because we didn't do that and it did not work out well for us. we've never had a bad like experience at a Cubs game. Last year, the two were great at every game because I was able to control them because I didn't have a baby wrapped on me. Or actually, at our early games, Richie was still wrapped on me because he was only one, like early one. So it was a little crazy. But now we know, we did it, we tested it out, and now we know what to expect, which that is half the battle, right? Just knowing what to expect is going to happen. I would definitely recommend day games because kids just get tired, and that's normal. They should get tired. So I should have not been surprised by that, and I should have prepped for that, The other thing that I do want to bring up is make sure your kids are fed, whether you bring snacks or you buy snacks. I found this milkshake stand and the kids loved it. Last year, I used to just bring like pouches for them and stuff. We used to get nachos or pretzels because dipping the cheese, that was like a good activity that they enjoyed. So we did that a lot. And now this year, now that I know that there are milkshakes, when we go in another month, I am definitely going to buy some milkshakes right off the bat to just let them sit and relax a little bit. Our next game, since we will have, we have the 3 kids now, it's a little harder, especially with the newborn who has to eat, very often. I pumped. That was one thing. I pumped the second game, and that helped because I had a bottle in case I didn't want to like feed and whip out the boob. So I did have a bottle ready. I used it a little bit, but it was just really easier to nurse. It got him calmed down a little better. But this next game around that we're going to, we are bringing one of my brothers with, and that's going to be a lot easier just having more hands, which that's like such an easy tip, right? If you can bring someone else, bring someone else. Most people at these Cubs games who even have one child have at least 2 to 3 people who are watching them with them. So the fact that we go to games and it's just Eric and I know people are a little astonished, but the kids have been great for, every game we went to last year. It was super easy and super fun. So I think it'll be easier next time. Like even like I said, the second game that we went to was a lot easier, but just getting more used to it and getting into the rhythm of it is a big thing to just make sure you're prepared for what's going to happen or what could happen. My last tip, which is huge, we've done this every time. If you really want things to go easily, buy parking right by the stadium because you have your car right there. So if you do have to leave abruptly because kids are not behaving, you don't have to walk very far with a screaming child. So we always buy parking in the Camry lot of Wrigley. It's like 2 blocks away from the stadium, maybe even 1 block. It's like really one street you walk down. So it's like 1 block away, and it's very nice. It's a little pricey, and we have our, larger car now, so we have to pay like the oversized car fee. Totally worth it though. I would not trade it for anything. I don't care if I have to pay $100 to park there. It's definitely worth it. It's really nice to have that. Those are my tips though. I gotta get back to folding laundry and we'll get on with the day, and I'll make sure I finish this vlog this time because a lot of my vlogs have been run-on vlogs one weekend after another where I just combine them together, but we're getting better at it now. We're getting more in the rhythm of things, and I'm feeling a little better postpartum. I actually am almost 5 weeks postpartum. Monday I'll be 5 weeks postpartum. So getting back into the swing of things. Honestly, besides the sleep, with a newborn, things haven't been that difficult, which thank God, praise the Lord. And it's also nice because I go to town in 3 weeks for work, and I want to make sure everything is good. Hopefully the baby starts sleeping a little bit more through the night so Eric doesn't have to deal with that while I'm gone. But I'm only gone for 2 nights. So 1 whole day. I literally leave like in the evening, gone for 1 day, and then I come back in the evening of that Friday. So I'm only gone for 1 complete day. My parents are going to help watch the kids. That should be easy. But it will be weird to leave 3 kids with Eric. Like, I'm obviously leaving the kids is hard, but it's also like I feel guilty leaving the children with Eric because it is going to be a lot to have 3 kids compared to 2. But he'll have help. At least he has the help of my family. That'll be good. Hello, sorry, I again forgot to close out this vlog. I know it's been a couple of weeks of footage, but I hope you enjoyed it. A little all mumbled, but I'm gonna try, and now that things are calming down a little bit after having a newborn, to get my vlogs a little bit more concise and contained as they used to be. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed and saw the little journey of the first month with the newborn. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.